Whew. Thank you, Jesus. Hello, 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 and hello. Okay, because I want to talk to my YouTubers, and I need to find out where everybody is anyway. It's about. Okay. Wait a minute. Let me go and do this. Let me see. Okay. Nah. Okay. Good evening, and good evening. Y'all know don't nobody be on YouTube for real messing with me no more. I just abandoned y'all. But y'all don't see why I changed the name. I did good. I did do that. Give me a C for alpha. Because I did change the name. Like I had asked. And nobody give me no help. So I did that. So we could try to get the butterflies in one place. Then I had to try to set up my settings and all that stuff. Now I didn't put no title on this video because I was a little confused what we were gonna talk about today. Look, I was talking on the phone to my cousin by the time when I had stole my grandma's car. But then I was gonna tell y'all about it yesterday because I ain't want well I'll tell y'all about when I don't know how I was. About 11? I had to be about 11, baby. I told that car, oh, it was one of them, what you call a little car? Little Geo Metro. Geo Metro, one the real little car had that little humpback, you know what I'm talking about, the little glass part on the window thing. Cause that's what I end up hitting. But I ain't just take it like that. Hey, Henry, hey, Henry. I need you to share this live while I'm on live so we can try to get some folks on the live. Look like ain't nobody. Ladies and gentlemen. Oh, I like that. Look, I've been playing smart. Look, been all at the library trying to find out about this YouTube stuff, this TikTok stuff, this AI stuff, this all kind of stuff. My head is full right now. But I get a chance to go to choir rehearsal at 6 o'clock. So I had me a little break. So I decided to eat and then come and talk to y'all so I get ready to go to church. So I did pick up my little motivational book. It's from the Daily Bread, but it's not the everyday Daily Bread. Y'all know how some of them be January, February, March, like 3 months. But then some of them be like this week, like the little 90-day inspiration thing or whatever. So this the book that I had picked up. Hold on, let me read y'all this little daily bread real fast. Cause everybody, we need the daily bread and everybody wanna know why I be MIA. But it should be a lot. You went, oh, okay. Thank you. You shared, but that was still good. I thank you for sharing. But ain't no real audience on YouTube for real. I'm sorry. Look, I'm just telling the truth. But hold on. Cause I'm finna. Ladies and gentlemen. Hold on. Look, ain't nobody on here but me and you here. Wait a minute. Some more people that came on here. My bad. Yeah, you did share, and I thank you for that. I thank you. But I will go back to my grandma now. When I probably about 10, had to been about 10 or 11. But anyways, my grandma and them, they had went to the store. And I stayed at home by myself or whatever. And they was gone for a long time or whatever. And so some just told me to look out the window. So when I looked out the window, the car was still out there. And so then I went in her room and the keys were still on the dresser. But mind you, like I said, I'm like 10 or 11. So I can't drive. But in my mind, I think I can drive, because I be seeing people drive and it was simple. It was easy. So I had went back in there and waited. So then I'm like, man. I'm gonna give her about 30 more minutes. About 30 more minutes. If she don't come on back, then I just gotta drive. It must be meant for me to go somewhere. So I waited. She still didn't come back. She still didn't come back. They were still gone to the store. So I went in there and I got the keys out the dresser. So when I had crunked the car up or whatever, like I told, I ain't know nothing about driving. So when I put the car in drive, I guess I hit the gas too hard. So when I went and hit the gas, I went up and hit the fence. And then when I hit the fence, it had scared me. So I put the car back in reverse. And then I came back and hit the house. And then by this time, so I tried to put the car back up and try to go up again. By this time, the neighbors and stuff was running out there saying, "Girl, get from behind that wheel, get from behind that wheel," and stuff. So I had got out the car and then let the neighbor park the car back right and stuff. And there was a rental car that my grandma had got. But and they were going to the store in another car. So when my grandma had pulled up, she didn't know that the rental car was wrecked, that it was tore up. You feel me? So I had put the keys and stuff back on the dresser like I ain't had did nothing. So I was just trying to think of a lie. I was just trying to think of a lie, but I couldn't think of none at first. So then I had seen it was like a piece of wood, like a big block like thing, like wood. So I had got it out the ground and I had put it in the back of the truck. I told my grandma that somebody would bust. I just heard, I was in the house and I just heard somebody hitting the car and glass and stuff shattering everywhere. I don't know what happened. You feel me? I ain't know what had happened. And so my grandma and the man was looking at me real crazy, but my grandma didn't ever say nothing. But y'all know the neighbor had came up there and told on me anyway, told her that I had got them keys to that car. And I couldn't even get out the yard for hitting the fence and then hitting the corner of the house. But so I told my grandma that I was in the shower and I just heard a whole bunch of glass shattering and stuff like that. And I ain't never seen that and I don't know that. And then that's how it went. My grandma ended up having to like say that she was driving or some kind of, I don't know how it was. I was young at the time, but I know it was a rental car, but I ain't getting in no trouble. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't getting no whipping, I ain't getting on no punishment, I ain't getting in no trouble. So that was the only time I had stole a car. That when I stole the car from, but I ain't really steal it. I just had got bored and thought I could drive. So that was my first experience behind the wheel, and it was not a good experience because I tore up the whole car, and it just wasn't good. So and I lied, and I was a notorious liar, whatever you want to call it, a notorious liar back then at that time. So it it ain't really funny, but I should have seen my grandma's face. She was not in the mood for that. She just was not in the mood for my shenanigans. She just was not in the mood. That's just all to it. She wasn't upset. She wasn't yelling. She wasn't fussing. She wasn't cussing. I already told y'all that my grandma but didn't have that kind of spirit in her. But, she was one of them like, you be like, Grandma, go on now. Just go on. You better get on. That's how she was, you feel. So sometimes I'd be like, huh. But yeah, so that was the time about that. All right, so look, so let me read my thing. Hey y'all, hey y'all, hey y'all, hey y'all. I'm sorry, I wasn't gonna come live on TikTok, but my YouTube was so dry. It was so dry, and I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry, but I know it's my fault. But so I went on to change y'all in. Look, so I changed y'all in because I hadn't talked to y'all since Sunday either. Anyway, so boom, hey, here we go. Now, happy Thursday, thankful Thursday, testimonial Thursday. That was just a little storytelling right there, just while we were gathering around the table. But yeah, let's talk about some testimonies or some thankfulness or some gratefulness because I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be alive. I'm happy to be in the place. Y'all know I got quite a cursing in a little while, and I'm happy to go to church. Oh, they got me the other day. Oh, they got me. Yeah. Speaking of choir rehearsal, right? So I went to church Sunday. So they were saying something about choir rehearsal had been changed to Tuesday night instead of Thursday night. So I rose up there Tuesday night thinking it's choir rehearsal. Well, it wasn't no choir rehearsal, but they was having a women's meeting, and then they got me. They caught me for the women meeting. I got it. So I had to stay. I had to stay for the women's meeting, but it was from 6 to 7. That wasn't bad. Now I gotta go back to church day for the real choir rehearsal. So I got treated the other day. But let me read y'all this scripture real fast. And it comes from Psalm 17:5. And it says, I call on you, my God, for you will answer me. Turn your ear to me and hear my prayer. And that's what the book said. That's what the book said. Hold on. Let me read one more time. Let me tell y'all what the book said. It says, I call on you, my God. You will answer me, turn your ear to me, and hear my prayer. And that's exactly how I want y'all to say it. Break it down in slow motion, slow syllables, because you said these in the same sentence. You said this all together. This ain't no run-on sentence. You said these each individual things. Now, when I be feeling down and I be feeling bad and I be feeling like you don't hear me or you ain't answer my prayer, I'm gonna have to say, and you hear my prayer. You feel me? Because you said this, and God is a God that cannot lie. He will not lie. So we have the authority to call him back on his promises. And sometimes we have to be a little with it. Because life be with us. You feel me? So get an attitude. I told y'all if y'all gonna get an attitude with anybody, get an attitude with the devil. Because he the one that's behind all this mastermind and this manipulation and this fugazi and two-chaser and everything else. Him, down there. Him. Yeah. So don't be getting mad. You know, we get mad with our brothers and sisters, but the real enemy is Lucifer. And I don't even really call him Lucifer. Let me go and let y'all know something on a secret right now. I don't call him Lucifer because that's a whole name. That's a whole title. Like I give you some respect or something. I can't put no respect on your name, sir. So I call him Lulu because he just as crazy as he want to be. So if I say Lulu, I'm talking about the devil, okay? I don't call him Lucifer. And I want y'all to stop giving him so much power and authority. Every time something happens, oh, it's the devil. Every time something, it's the devil. The devil ain't did all that. Now stop giving that man all that power, room, and authority. The devil ain't did everything now. Some things be happening because of us, and some things might be happening because of God too. And we just don't see it as being good right then. We can't see how this is gonna ever turn out for my good. This situation couldn't have possibly been for my good. It could not have been. I don't see it. I don't feel it. I don't understand. I'm confused. Make me understand. And he will as time go on. And you have to seek him and seek his word and seek understanding. And it will be given to you. Wisdom comes with time. Wisdom is, you can't buy it. You can't be taught wisdom. It comes with lessons that bought sense. You know, when you have to hit your own head. That's when you start learning and getting wise not to make the same decisions no more. But you gotta go through it or bump your head or get in, have some kind of consequences or something for you to even know that it is good. So yeah, sometimes he will turn out bad into good. But stop giving Lulu all that credit. Now that's what I wanted to tell y'all. Stop giving him all that credit. Now let me go back to what I was saying on this here piece of paper. Hold on. I'm here. Wait a minute. Oh, okay, okay. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. So now back to this place, and I told y'all that came from Psalms. Now let me read this. Do y'all have a place? Do y'all have a quiet place? Do y'all have a place that's peaceful? Do y'all have a place y'all can go to unwind or relax or something? Y'all place. What's y'all special place? Y'all special spot. And I didn't have now. I didn't. Especially after I first got at the hospital and stuff. I didn't have a spot. And then and then some of y'all know, some of y'all might not know, but after I got, I had to move like 3 times before I had got situated. You feel me? And so there was a lot of back and forth. So I finally got situated enough to call a place a home. You feel me? Okay. Now, boy, then I come over here. So I've been here like 2 years. All right. But then, see, I ain't used to sit down in the beginning a lot. Let me tell y'all that too. Like I told y'all, I was a road runner. Every morning I got up to change the gall. I got up and was fully dressed, just like I am now. And I used to be going out the door. I used to be driving. I used to be everywhere. And I didn't want to sit still. I didn't want to be still, even though that's what my message was. That's what all my butterflies was sending me. All in cups, all in t-shirts, all in calendars, all in journal books. Be still, be still, be still, be still. But like I said, I used to be going. So it was I wasn't the type to sit at home or watch TV and watch movies and stuff like that. But then I realized that I did kind of like sitting at home watching movies and TV and stuff as I started back coming to myself. But doing that coming to myself, I also realized that my house was part of my anxiety and my panic attacks. If y'all understand what I'm saying? Or anybody ever, like kind of been in it, like, in this house, I went through my depression, my hardest season. I went through a long time. I went through, like feeling like the walls was caving in and stuff on me or whatever. So I felt like my house was also giving me anxiety, even though I wanted to sit down and be still. But then I had to get my anxiety and stuff under control. So now my house is like my safe haven finally after 40 years, right? So now I can be still and be in one place. So like I was asking y'all, how many of y'all had that little place that y'all could go to or feel comfort? And after my grandma passed, I was I was kind of lost, and I remember driving around, just driving around, and then I finally went to my grandma's house in Paul, and the only place I found peace was in her bed, and I put my head on her pillow and cried, but I drifted on to sleep. That was the only place I found rest. But then after that, my grandson came. And then that same peace and rest that I was looking for in my grandma bed, my grandson brought it to my bed. You feel me? Y'all understand what I'm saying? Look, I'm in my South girl era right now. Y'all trying to tell y'all about something. I was loving on him and I was kissing on him. And he run straight to my bed and get up there, let him jump in the bed and do flips and everything. And that's it. I let him just play, do whatever you want to do. That's the granny bed. But then that became my peaceful place. So now I have a peaceful place. All right, so now let me tell y'all about this. Oh, like. I need y'all to like, subscribe, share. I don't care nothing about you sharing. Well, let me take that back. But I'm just saying, you can't even watch the video after you get off it on TikTok. Shoot, they erased the whole video. What's the sense of sharing the video? Where it's going? If they erase it, where it go? It don't even be on my timeline. So who timeline it gonna be on? I'm confused. But y'all just react and like. You ain't got to share. But y'all share if whatever they be saying. Yeah, now back to this paper. Look, this what this be saying right here. I know what this saying. I don't know what these social media platforms be talking about. I told you I just want to push the button and talk when I get ready. That's how I want to do. But I know what this piece of paper right here saying. Hold on. It says, my brothers and I grew up in a wooded hillside, West Virginia, that provided a fertile landscape for our imaginations, whether swinging from vines like Tarzan or building tree houses like the Swiss Family Robinson. We played out the scenario we found in the stories we read and the movies we watched. One of our favorites was building forts and then pretending we were safe from attack. Years later, my kids built forts out of blankets, sheets, and pillows, constructing their own safe place against imaginary enemies. It seems almost intensity. Wait a minute. It seems almost insensitive to want a hiding place where you can feel safe and secure. When David, the singer poet of Israel, sought out a safe place, he looked no farther than God. Hold on. It said right here. When David, the singer poet of Israel, sought a safe place, he looked no farther than God. Let me finish reading. All right. Now that's in Psalm 17:8. God, keep me as the apple of your eye. How long? Because y'all need, how long? Because I've got to tell God this. I got to talk to God real fast. Y'all can talk with me, but hold on. They're right here. God, keep me as the apple of your eye. Hide me in the shadow of your wings. When you consider the Old Testament record of David's life and the almost consistent threats he faced, these words reveal an amazing level of confidence in God. An amazing level of confidence in God. In spite of those threats, he was convinced his true safety was found in God. We can know that same confidence. The God who promises to never leave nor forsake us, Hebrews 13:5, is the one we trust with our lives every day. Although we live in a dangerous world, our God gives us peace and assurance, both now and forever. He is our safe place. Period. Pooh. Period. That's it. That's all. Who did just follow me? Okay. Thank you for the follow. I need y'all to follow me. Follow. All right. Now, but y'all heard them. Y'all heard the man. Y'all heard what the book said. Y'all heard what y'all supposed to be doing. Y'all supposed to be seeking God for your safe haven. Seeking God to be your safe place. Even in this dangerous world. Even with everything going on around you. With all these rough, rugged people around us. God is our answer and our safe place. You feel me? Just like we were talking about that place where you can go and find peace, or that place that you could go and feel like you could let some tears flow or something. Because it don't matter where you are presently, like in your body. Your body could be here, but your mind could be absent with you. Oh, excuse me. I'm for real though. Hey, your body's here with me, but your mind is on the other side of town. You're chasing him around. Your mind can be on anything, so that's for real. But if your mind on God, it don't matter what situation you in. It don't matter what place you in. No matter what building you in. You could be in the worst situation and still have peace and joy because you know that God is going to bring you through. Or God is going to make everything okay. Long as you got God, then it can make, just like they be saying, oh, how you made it in prison. Baby, I wouldn't have made it if I ain't had God in that laughter for my children. If I ain't get that one laugh a day in the strength of God, I wouldn't have made it. But even in those times, how you made it out the hospital, how you made it in the hospital, how you made it, I ain't did nothing but put my faith in God because all this is beyond me. This bigger than me, baby. This bigger than Nino. Okay? I'm just a little little player in the real big field, in the real big game. I'm just trying to teach y'all something or share something with y'all that I had to learn and go through. And I don't want y'all to have to go through so much as I had to went through to be able to know the truth and the real healer and the real guy and the real doctor and the real mama and the real father and the good and the real lawyer and the real waymaker and the real bill payer and the real man and the real husband. That's what I had to say. All right. Now, serious business when I drink this water. When I drink this water, pick up that E-pen. It's serious business. Daily Bread got 2 questions. I told y'all because y'all ain't been doing it right. Y'all been cheating. And don't blame it on the devil. Because I got 2 questions for y'all. 2 little questions. I've been talking 20 minutes. I just got 2 questions for y'all. That's it. That's all I want to ask y'all. 2 questions. Give me 2 minutes. First question. Where is your safe place? Question number 1. Where is your safe place? And we kind of was asking about that earlier. So I'm going to let y'all slide on that one. But put where your safe place at. Number 2. How might you learn to find God to be that for you more and more? How might you find God to be that safe place for you more and more? Nah, I'm always the big dummy. So 9 times out of 10, I used to answer first, and then I let y'all come on in. But I'm gonna start with dummy number 1 right here, me. All right. So, how might I learn to find God to be there for me more and more? The more and more I go through, the more and more I know. The more and more I have learned, and the more and more people walk away. I know that He will never leave me, never forsake me. I know that no matter what I faced when I was on the verge of losing my mind, on the verge of being hospitalized, blood pressure and stroke level and everything else, I know He is the same God that kept me and brought my pressure back down. So the more I live, the more I know. Now, what about you? Hmm. Cause I got an answer for you. I got an answer for you. Thought I ain't had now. Huh. The devil is a lie. Now what's your answer? What's your answer? What is all this stuff going on over here? Put this right here. You don't like this funny dunny stuff. Alright. Now what is your safe place? And how will you get to know that more and more? Question. Question. Now, then after we do the questions, because I'm just putting y'all up on the daily bread, what we used to do every day. This how it go. Now check this out. Then when we do the two questions, it's a little prayer at the bottom. And it says, Father, the world around me can feel threatening, overwhelming, and dangerous. Thank you for the peace, strength, and help that you offer to me. The end. See that? Now y'all get one that bad. See y'all? Baby, listen, let me tell y'all, if somebody won't be trying to be smart than you, they be saying, when last time you went to church? Or when last time I just went Thursday night about 5, what time it is? Yeah, about 4:35. Yeah, we went to church Thursday night about 4:35. Cause that's what we doing, fellowshipping, talking about the word. We got scripture, we got truth, we got some scripture to go back and read. We got prayer. Ooh, we did good on this Thursday night. See that? Nah. Some folks ain't even got out work yet. Gotta come home in the traffic. But we done had church and everything, and I love y'all. And I appreciate y'all joining me and talking to me, even though y'all ain't did too much talking, but y'all gonna have to get. I'm not inviting all these folks on here. I told y'all I don't mind nobody coming on here, but them African names and all that stuff, don't come playing. I come on here to bring a word, not on play. Okay? Now, if you're a real person, then inbox me and then let me know so I know that you for real. Because I don't mind if somebody want a testimony or testify or tell what they're going through or ask for prayer or tell what God has done for them or anything. I don't mind that. And I don't mind anybody got a question for me. If you want to ask me something, if you wondering something, if you thinking something, put it on the table. Yeah, so, and it's just 4:30. Man, I got another hour for choir rehearsal. Well, I love y'all anyway. And I know y'all ain't gonna be my friend for another hour. So I'll have to talk to y'all a little bit later then. But let me see, did they okay, my safe place is the church house, okay? I also know that God has never forsaken me, even though I turn my back on him, but his way is the only way. Yes! And that's what we do. That's what we do. We turn our back on God. He don't never leave us. He don't never leave us. We turn our back on him. We leave him. We get tired of how things going. We get frustrated. We get irritated. We walk away. He don't never walk away. He be there to pick us up right when we need him the most. You be like, oh man, God, you ain't forgot about me for real, man. You alright with me. He alright with me because he ain't left me yet. He ain't abandoned me. He ain't forsake me. I ain't missed a meal yet. And I thank God for it. Even when I had my problems, I ain't missed a meal, baby. He still allowed me to eat. Still allowed me to talk. Still allowed me. And the thing with the choir is, let me tell y'all this too, because I can't sing for real. I don't think I can sing. I'm just telling the truth. And I'm definitely not trying to grab nobody a microphone and disrespect them people. But y'all know that when my mouth was wired together and stuff, when the doctors wanted to go in my neck and get a nerve out of my neck and put it inside of my mouth for my movement and my smile and stuff to come back. And I said, no, you can't. You gotta cut around my neck. Them all once you go to cutting on somebody, that's it's over with. That what the old folks always used to say. Once they go to cutting on you, it's over. They're gonna find anything. And no, not around my neck. That's dangerous. That's no. So anyway, so y'all know I didn't never go back and allow the doctors to touch my face for nothing. No procedures since I left the hospital, and I had 3 major procedures planned. But like I told y'all, I was at church, and you know how you have praise and worship before the pastor get up and preach and all that. And we was having praise and worship, and I was on the live and on my video thing. And I was like, "Ma, your mouth moving. Ma, your mouth straight." And I was like, "For real, for real." And my mouth started moving and got back right singing praise and worship. And so that's why I be so serious about the singing. And that's why I be so serious about clapping and jumping around and giving him his praise and dedicated to the choir or whatever, because that's what brought my healing. That's what opened my mouth. Not no doctors, not no nerve out of nothing. You feel me? Singing praises to God, giving God all the glory and praise, and that's what opened up my mouth. So that's why I be on my thing with the choir in the church and singing and stuff like that, because I know what God did for me, and I know what they was saying to me. Just like some of y'all was able to witness some of those things. But those things did not happen because God saw something else. And just like I told y'all, where he saw, I didn't see that. I ain't even understand that. I didn't know that he was going to work everything out. I didn't know that he was going to take care of everything, and I wasn't going to have to go back to no doctor, that my complete healing was going to be in my faith. And it weighed on how much I trusted and believed in him. It's how much I was going to be healed. And I told y'all I had that stupid, crazy faith because I had a stupid, crazy situation. So I couldn't have no regular faith because I wasn't in no regular situation. I couldn't have the faith of a mustard seed. And my hurdle was so big. My problem was so large. I can't have this little bit much of faith and my hole this big. I gotta have this much of faith. A whole bunch of faith. Yeah. And that oil still works. Hold on. Let me see if I got it in my purse. What I was telling somebody about, they were talking about my mouth. We were talking about mouth. And I said, baby, I said, we don't talk about mouth. I said, because, I had to start praying and asking God to help me to keep my mouth closed. I had to start praying and asking God, please don't keep my mouth closed when I got so much to say. Please, Lord, keep my mouth closed even when I'm right. Lord, please tame my tongue, because you can say something so fast out of anger, hurt, or whatever, and it's out there. Sorry ain't gonna take it back. You can say you sorry, but I've already been affected with what you said because my first reaction, what? So you can say you sorry 15 times, it ain't gonna take it back. That first reaction is if I was sorry, that's why I had started saying, Lord, please type my tongue, my tongue, my tongue. And don't let my mouth get me in no more trouble than it already had. And we added it on in the prayer. Look, that oil right here, this all I used on my face. That's it. This holy oil. And I got my first batch from my grandma. My grandma was still living. And I said it was getting a little scab on it. A little bit, like it was coming together. And I said, hey, you got some of that holy oil over there? She said, yeah. I said, I need it, baby. That's all I used on my face. And ever since I could touch, I was just praying for God to heal my face and close my hole up. And that's what he did. And then they were saying that I was going to have to have, they wanted to re-break my nose bone because all my bones and stuff were broken from the, fine. And so all my bones and stuff were broken. But we had a question during the live. We said, well, do bones grow back? And I ain't never know because I ain't never had to ask. But yeah, they grow back. And it shifted. It didn't grow back straight. It shifted. So it blocks my sinuses. And then my eye already was sitting between two sockets. That's what that puppet is in. So my system blocked, you feel me? From my eye drainage from the plates and the broke bone from the nose. And so y'all know I had already lost my smell for 2 years. So that was real bad for me. And when that mucus and sinus get too bad, it'll start coming out of my eye. And we have also witnessed that 2 summers in a row. So that's why I said that's something that I may be affected with for the rest of my life. But I didn't allow them to go back and re-break no bone. So we started saying, thank you, Lord, for not allowing them to go back in and re-break my bone. And thank you, Lord, for not allowing them to touch my eye. Then I went on a few more months. Went on down the road with them. Then I had to start praying for God to change my heart. I need more of you and less of me. I need more of you and less of me. Change my heart. I don't want no unforgiveness, no anger, no resentment, no malice, or anything in my heart, because you cannot dwell in a place that's full of those things. And then touch my mind. Change my thought process. Change the way I think. Change the way I react. Change my mind, Lord. Renew my mind and create in me a clean heart. Then I had to go on down some more. Because I'm learning stuff about me. Then I had to add, Lord, help me to be quiet. Help me to be quiet even when I'm right. Help me to be quiet even when I got so much to say. And Lord, don't allow my mouth to get me in no more trouble than it already has. And I'm trusting and believing in all of these things in Jesus' name. Amen. And that's all I had to do. That's all I had to do. That's all I did. That's all I had to do. And we all know that it's not the oil that saved me. but faith without works is dead. And it was the faith was the act of putting the oil on every day, or praying with the oil, trusting and believing for God to do a healing, for God to do a miracle. And he did. He performed it in front of the whole world. I told y'all he was going to show out. He wasn't finna let the devil do him like that. Come on now. God's something else. He don't play now. He don't play. You think the devil gonna outshine God? How? How? Ain't no way possible. Ain't no way possible. So I had to add that on my prayer, and that's how that I use even when in the beginning my real butterflies on here. I know it's some on this right on here over here on this YouTube, and baby, we had the impact. We had big old hole. My skin and stuff was pushed up. My eye was matted together, and it was a big like lump on my temple. And we prayed that down with the oil too every day. We prayed that down. That lump went down. I had a piece of wire that was in my face that had my nerves wrapped around it. So when they went back in for the procedures, they would know which nerve was what. But I was at the casino, and that piece of plastic fell straight out my face on the line. It just fell straight out. I thought it was like everything that we witnessed or talked about, he had a witness or allowed the world to see it, to come back around in confirmation. The same lady, the police officer that I was telling y'all I was in the hospital when I woke up, and I told y'all I was going to find her. He allowed me to run right back into her. That's the police officer that I post sometimes on my profile, because I ran into her over my husband's birthday, and it was always something with dates too. And we took pictures and stuff together. Everything that I asked God to do, and everything that he did, there was like key points and stuff in my testimony. He brought it back around so that y'all can witness it for yourself. And so I told y'all from the very beginning that I was just a vessel. And I even remember on my video crying at the bank. And that's when a lot of people said that they first saw me or I went viral or whatever. But that wasn't the first time that I had been on live or whatever. But the bank video, even in that video, as I'm crying and getting money out the bank for the funeral and all this or whatever, that I tell y'all in that video, after all the crying, after all the confusion, after all the wow, I don't understand, I still said, but God got me. And they gonna keep on. I said, God gonna close this hole, and it's gonna look like ain't nothing ever happened. Or he gonna have it all under control. And I said that from the very, very beginning. So it be amazing. And let me say this right here, y'all, because I know that, like I said, a lot of people be like me, regular people, and I told y'all I wasn't just like a Jehovah Witness or just the great I am or nothing like that. I was a regular person doing my own thing, doing sad girl or whatever. And so it was like I was a baby Christian in the faith, but I knew the word. You feel me? But he was shocking me. He was amazing me. Y'all see what I'm saying? So it was like he was teaching me in the process of me telling y'all, because I didn't know that he was gonna really do it. You feel me? I didn't know he was gonna really do it. I put some big stipulations on that man. I told him my mouth was gonna come back open. I wasn't eating out no syringe. I wasn't doing no popsicle stick. They weren't having no surgery on me. My face closed up. My eye opened back up. What? So, baby, I was very surprised. And then you know how you could be saying stuff or speaking things into existence, but you don't really, you know what I'm saying? You don't really know it. But then when you go to the doctor 3 years later, when you finally get the courage or the nerve, because I'd have been hospitalized 2 summers straight. Okay, now they saying that my eyelid don't close, so they want to do a plastic surgery on my eye. All this, I said, forget it. Just let me go back to the doctors and see what they say. If I have to do anything, I'll do it. If I don't, then I just wanted to be over with. Just leave me alone. So I finally got the courage up to go return to hear the news or whatever. And then when I got there, them folks said everything that we was gonna do already been done. Huh? I said, look, then y'all know I gotta be a little smart sometimes. But smart but a little slow too, because I don't understand. I don't understand. So what about all this stuff that y'all with the white jackets in the medical chart was saying though? What about what y'all had said though? Oh, I said, well, what about when y'all had said about the nerve and the arthritis in the back? Well, what about when, baby? Look, the lady just kept saying, listen, for y'all that was on the video, the lady just kept saying, well, Miss Mason, how do you feel about your face? How, Miss Mason, how do you feel about your face? I said, I'm sure what you trying to say. You feel me? Where we going with this? What you trying to say? You know, I guess she thought I was one of the soft sensitive people or whatever. And then that might have been why she might have been trying to watch her words or whatever. But baby, I ain't in here whining about what I turned out to be. I'm in here trying to make sure I ain't got no further problem down the road. You understand me? So we can get this handled now so I can move on. I don't care about this half face being here. I don't care that my eye be retarded and my lip be looking like who did it and why. I ain't talking about that. I'm trying to see up under here if I'ma need anything else. And since you said that that was already done, then we done over here, baby. Baby, I had put that I had took me a white doctor jacket. When the lady had went out the room, when she come back to the thing, I said, oh, let me put on I got to take Dr. Jesus with me to the doctor. I put that white lab coat on, baby. By the time the lady came back in the room, baby, I had the whole jacket on, strapped up to the top, sitting back waiting on her to hear what she had to say, baby. That lady said, we're releasing you with a clean bill of health. Huh? What? Say it ain't so. Say it ain't so. I said, for real. It was like, I ain't even believe it. I ain't even believe it. I was like, for real. So all that stuff I said was true, for real. So God did everything for real. And I still be blown sometimes. Because that's like real life. Do you know who I am? Do you know who I am? We're blessed in the city. We're blessed in the field. We blessed when we come and when we go. Okay, with it. All right, I'm sure she found a real what? I don't know what you talking about. Oh, hey, Marshall Gordon. Yeah, cause they didn't know what to do. Oh no, they ain't know what to do. You know, every time we got ready to have us a doctor's appointment, I told y'all I used to get on the line early in the morning. Oh, baby, I was getting up 4, 5. Then it wasn't no sleep for the weary, baby. Wasn't no rest. Baby, now. I was getting up 4, 5 in the morning. But I was going to sleep by 7, too, not 7, 8. But I was getting up about 4, 5, taking my bath, getting dressed, coming live so I could train my God, because I had to train my God on the live. So we started talking early. So we'll be talking before I went to the doctor. So we'll be on the live laughing and playing about what we're going to do over there at the doctor or what they going to say. And I told y'all that every time I went over there, the doctors was so amazed that every time I go there, had their little stuff out, they thought they were finna do this procedure. Then, no, it closed up. So what they thought they were gonna do, they couldn't do it. And so the next time I come, what they thought they were gonna do, they couldn't do it. To the point they started pulling out their own phones, recording me. Sis, Henry, huh? And the doctors was amazed. That doctor told me he ain't never seen nothing like this in his years in doctrine. Yeah, they call me the miracle patient. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. But it's real life. And I'm just a miracle blessing. And God just chose me to be a vessel. But even though when you chose, it don't come it come with cookies and ice cream, sometimes. But you're gonna have a lot of work to do before you get rewarded that cookies and ice cream. You feel me? You gotta stand tall through a lot of stuff to get that cookies and ice cream. You gotta go through a lot of stuff to get that cookies and ice cream. And then if you gotta go through so much to get that cookies and ice cream, or go through so many hard times, then maybe it's all for the change. Because you got to get broke down. You got to get molded. So like I tell y'all, I was so hard-headed. I hate that I just didn't sit down and listen, but some of the gentle parenting doesn't go for all as well, Sometimes you have to be like, sit up! Don't come here playing! You can't just say, go on back in there and watch TV, baby. I'm probably still going to be running around trying to test you, So I had to get knocked down a little bit harder so he can get my attention because you're not listening. You ain't doing what I need you to do for me. You doing what you want to do. I don't need you to do I ain't kept you here for you to do what you want to do. You probably doing what I need you to do. Or you can go on back to the city. You can go on RIP. You feel me? Because sometimes you got to talk to me like that. Because I don't know. Yeah. So I don't want all my sisters and brothers to catch hard licks. I don't want all my sisters and brothers to be hard-headed. I don't want all us to be bad children. He probably at least had about 4 out the bunch. That's good. you know. So yeah, I want y'all to get it now. I want y'all to get it good. Y'all might have to help me, encourage me one day. Pray for me from all around the world, baby. That's why he placed so many people and so many followers in my life. He knew I was finna go through a battle I had never dreamed of. He knew I was finna get broke down to the lowest of the lowest capacity. He knew that was it for me. He knew what was going on. I just didn't know what was going on. And I just could not see how this was finna turn out for my good. Yeah, but I still had to speak Courage. No matter what's going on. And I still push the button. I still smile. I still pray. I still was positive. I still was speaking into existence. I still was faithful. I still was happy. Yeah. I told y'all in the beginning, like, my husband did that to me. And then 2 weeks and 6 days later, he did that to himself or whatever. And because my heart forgave him, and my mouth forgave him, or whatever, however you want to go, that don't mean that I just was forgiven. You feel me? I said I forgave him so much till I really started forgiving him. Cause this real life true story. Even when you with a person and y'all separate one day, whether it be for good reason or bad reason, your feelings just don't change that day for that person. Especially if y'all had years together or a bond, family, children. Just because they do something one time, or just because they do something, don't mean that your feelings just stop like that. You feel me? You can still know somebody did something wrong and still not want to be with them, but still love them. You feel me? Or you can know that somebody wrong and you could not want to be with them, but still be with them. So I forgave him because it was the right thing to do. And I wanted to be pleasing in God's eyesight, first and foremost. And I didn't want to have no regrets about anything that happened in that ordeal or in that time. Then I would probably say my son, because first God and pleasing to him. Then I tried to make the best decision for my son and me. So just because that was the best decision, don't mean it was the easiest decision. Just because it was the right thing to do, don't mean that it was easy. Just because I did it, don't mean that I ain't spazzed out 3 times in 24 hours. Counts the funeral 3 times in 24 hours. The folks literally had to call about an hour or two before the funeral and make sure it was still a funeral. Am I lying, butterflies? We don't tell no lies. But that flesh rising, I'm human. You feel me? But you got to resist the devil and he will flee. You feel me? Ebony didn't want to do nothing. Ebony didn't want to do anything. No, sir. I think you playing with me again. He must have tapped on the wrong one, found the wrong house again. He's playing again. But no, he wasn't playing. He wasn't playing. And so I couldn't be playing. It was a serious situation going on. And then you got to think too. Me pronounce just coming home, hearing everything that they saying supposed to be wrong or supposed to be going on, and I supposed to be in this, I supposed to be in that, and I ain't none of those things. You feel me? Who am I to walk around and not forgive somebody? Who am I when I'm up here fighting for my life and need God every second, minute, all the way around the board? And you think you got room? You think you got room enough? Room enough? Like you think you got room enough to hold a grudge? You think you got room enough not to forgive somebody? You really think that? And you need God more than you ever needed him in your life. I'm talking about me. You need God right now more than you ever needed him in your life. How is you going to tell God no? How you going to go against the grain? Baby, make it make sense. It don't. It don't make no sense. But it's so many people that was on the outside that tried to make their own sense of things. But that wasn't gonna go either. Now it's finna hang y'all up over here, YouTube. They trying to tell me to put a piece of the puzzle in the pie. Oh y'all, YouTube. I'm talking about TikTok right here. Hold on. Put a piece of puzzle in the pie. They got me playing TikTok. Oh jeez. What you want? Oh, I'll talk to y'all for. Alright, we got about 20 more minutes now. Shoot. Y'all ain't talking anyway. Y'all ain't doing nothing but sitting there. Uh. But yeah. So that's what I was last talking. I was just saying about that situation. It wasn't easy. It wasn't easy at all. But I don't feel like I was in the place for it to be easy either. It just was. I think I was in shock for about 2 years. I really do. I told y'all that when I had my first anxiety attack is when I finally admitted that I had been affected. And that was 2 years later. It took me and my oldest daughter 2 years and 8 months to talk about that night. It took me and my baby girl 2 years and 7 months to talk about that night, that event, what happened. 2 years, 7 months. 2 years, 8 months. Everybody carried their own feelings. Everybody hurt in their different ways, I guess. But didn't nobody want to touch that subject. We didn't want to talk about that. Mm-mm. So yeah, that's another thing I try to tell y'all. Please deal with issues as they happen. Don't shut yourself down. Don't shut yourself off, because it's just going to be harder trying to come back. It's going to be harder trying to identify your real feelings. It's going to be harder trying to express your real feelings. And that's why I be trying to put a label to what I be feeling now. That's why I be trying to break it down, baby, because I can't do this no more, baby. I can't. Oh, I told y'all when I first started changing and realizing all this stuff I had to change, baby. I got in my car, I flew over my grandma's house. My grandma and my auntie was in that kitchen. I bust up in that kitchen. I said, why y'all didn't do that? My auntie, my grandma said, what is you talking about? I said, when I was younger, why y'all didn't do that? I was dead serious too. I'm dead serious. I'm 40 years old. I'm catching HEWLL. Trying to break old habits, break old attitude, break thinking process, identify feelings, talking, crying. I said, why y'all didn't do that? I'm for real, baby. Ooh, I'm serious. Yeah. But I love y'all now. What you want? Y'all, what is it? I found you. Who is it? Oh my God, Eb, I found you. I haven't saw you on Facebook. Baby, we leaving Facebook where they at. They got me. They got me over there. Them hackers got me. I ain't been on no Facebook. I still post on my page and stuff, you know. They took Butterfly Nation completely. So I just post on my Ebony Mixing profile or the one they thought was dead. But I ain't going back Facebook like that. And then they took my TikTok account 2 times. But I was blessed enough to get it back. But I don't trust it enough to be talking about sending no payout information, because I had to change bank accounts and everything. The only place they ain't hit was YouTube. That's why I think I'm going to choose YouTube for my safe haven. So I ain't never used to like YouTube in the beginning, But now they leave me no choice. That's the only thing safe right now. So, um, you go come to YouTube, and then that really is a blessing because I was just fussing about TikTok. Once I push that in button, you don't be able to see the lives no more. So you still want to see me. Had I stopped talking 10 minutes ago when I said it, but I get a little long wind at that time. So I'm glad, grateful, and thankful that I stayed on here long enough for you to catch me. And that was the reason why it was meant for you to find me, girl. Now you gotta inbox me so we can get up to date on everything. Now inbox me on this TikTok here now. On this TikTok here now. Alright? And I love y'all. YouTube not safe either. No, they ain't safe. Ain't none of them safe. But I think what it was with YouTube, because they tried to get in my YouTube account, but they were talking about push a number on the TV. And I ain't that smart. But I know I'm on the phone. Why I should be pushing a number on my TV? And I heard of him and put it incognito. That when I told y'all that I was running from the hackers, I was trying to be smart. Y'all being smart. Be smart after 3 o'clock on Tuesday. But listen, so the only thing about YouTube is I have my YouTube is through my Google account. And so my Facebook and TikTok, all that one through my Google account. So I think my Google account is secure. So I think that's the only thing that kind of really saved them had I not opened the door for them that time. I let Facebook get me with all them links and stuff. And then let me tell y'all something else. I told y'all that they said they can hack y'all pages through Messenger, and through Bluetooth. Bluetooth. I just could not believe it was Bluetooth. I had to make the lady at Verizon break that down. But yes, Bluetooth too. They going through your Bluetooth and your what else she told me? Oh, and then she told me, you know how you be going to sleep at nighttime and stuff, and you still be logged in to Facebook or TikTok and YouTube and all that. You need to log out. Yeah, that's another thing she told me too. So y'all just be aware and just watch yourself. If y'all phone go to flickering, going to get stuck when you write the comments and stuff, or you have to keep pushing the button over and over, or your, like I said, your phone go to flickering like it's jumping or something like that. They playing with you. They trying to get active. They in there, they playing, they messing around. Those things happened to me before they permanently took my account. And also y'all need to go in there and check and see what devices signed into your account through the setting. So I ain't know about none of this. I went with all that. See what devices your account is signed into, because they were signed in my account. Baby, hold on, baby. Let me tell you, baby, these folks don't play. They were signed into my account, had added their name on my admin. They was on my admin and took me off the admin. Yes, they did. They took me and my grandma profile picture down. That did it right there. Oh, they changed the profile picture and put Donald Trump up there. Oh, baby. I went to type of text to Facebook. Then, but I went trying to tell everybody to call YouTube when they took that Facebook, when they took my grandma profile picture down, because they changed my profile picture. And then had it where I couldn't comment or nothing on the page, period. Then it was like the next day, I got it back for a second because I went live and I was so happy, woo, 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 woo. And then boom, they took everything. So now when you put Butterfly Nation in there, it's like don't then even come up. It's like Butterfly Nation never existed, y'all. I promise you. It's like Butterfly Nation never existed. And if y'all hadn't knew my name or knew my story before now, it would have been like wiped out the way. But you can't erase me. You can't erase me. I'm here for the stay. Now, um, when now I did go back in here and rename my YouTube account though. I put it Butterfly Nation always. Cause I couldn't do no I didn't want to do no Butterfly Nation. And I was trying to come up with a name. So I just ended up putting Butterfly Nation always. Once I went to the little women conference where I told y'all, and it was three little butterflies, two, and then my sister from Tennessee made three. And it was the butterflies. And I said, baby, we butterflies forever. And that's what it is. So we butterflies forever. And we just got to get everybody back in one spot. So we can be our one big little family again. Come together, laugh, play, joke, heal, learn, cry, move, grow. You know, if y'all want to offer me some advice, be free to feel. Don't feel like you gotta hesitate or you scared to say something to me or ask me. I told you I talk to me like I'm regular. I'm regular. I ain't what Minetta says she an icon. I ain't no icon, you feel me? I'm just regular, I'm just regular, I'm just regular. So just continue to pray for me and my family. I want y'all to always remember to put on your full armor because we are definitely under attack and we do not fight against flesh and blood. We fight against spirits and principalities. And the only way to fight in that battle is through prayer and scripture. Prayer and scripture. So take the Lord with you, and the rest will follow. I love y'all. I love y'all. And I love y'all. Look, hang up, y'all. Okay, there you go. I got them out. See, y'all be having, let me tell oh, we been on here hour 17 minutes. Okay, see, I don't know who been on here and who ain't been on here, but I pushed YouTube first. And then I added YouTube. I added TikTok later, remember? Because I said it wasn't that many people on YouTube. But during that line, it was 3,000 viewers. Oh, it's bright out. Wait a minute. Okay, you can see. Look, Lord, they gave me two cents. Ain't I earned 2 pennies, Jesus. Look. But 3,000 views, 6 gifters, and 51 new followers. And I don't be on YouTube, TikTok. I don't be over there, period. But they have, I guess, a bigger audience or a broader audience or something. Because as you can see that the numbers are totally different, which I don't really be on YouTube either. But it seemed like YouTube would be a little bit more familiar with me considering that this was a platform I had used before. But I don't know how all that go. But yeah. So it seems like I would be on TikTok trying to get my numbers and stuff back right down. But it be a difference. I just don't know them all them names and stuff over there. But I still like to be with the people that I be feeling comfortable with. Now that girl that just came on that said she had found me, I couldn't really see her name or whatever, who she was. That's why I was telling her to inbox me. but she was on TikTok too. But I remember um Marshall Gordon, and I remember Nook the Book. Look like Ava E on here. I don't, let me see. Yeah, Ava. Oh, wait a minute. That work you done on that page, and I can't believe they took it. Not Mark now. Not Mark. Not Facebook. Not Mark. Some real hackers took it. And looked like Mark now can't do nothing, ain't gonna do nothing, ain't said nothing. I don't know. Then I tried to report the other page that I got now, like strange activities and all that on there. I even tried to report it for um me saying that somebody else using my identity, going against community standards, everything. Them folks sent me back some emails and said they didn't see no community guidelines that had been broke. And I'm trying to tell you what I said. I'm trying to tell you what I'm talking about. I'm trying to tell you that somebody is logging in with my information. I'm trying to tell you that my whole password has been changed. I cannot even log into my own Facebook accounts. The only reason that I am still on Facebook is because it's logged in on my telephones. That's it. If I log out on my phone or sign out on Facebook, that page gonna be gone too. Cause they done changed the password and everything. And every time you try to get a code sent, it go to their phone. Wherever it's at, I don't receive the codes. It go to them. So it be letting them know that I'm in there messing with some or back on their trail too. And it's like they go start picking with me. Like we playing tag or something. You it. But yeah. So yeah, Marshall, but that really did hurt me when my page got took because all my videos was on there. All my videos was on there. Doctor's appointments, the bandages, everything was on there. And then so I also went through a little spiritual thing with that also because y'all know that I always felt like God blessed me with that platform, and it grew so big. And so He enlarged my territory. So when the page was allowed to be taken, I didn't know if God was telling me to be quiet, if that season was over, or what. You know what I'm saying? So I just had to try to be still in the midst of all of it. So it was very confusing. It was very draining. It was very heartbreaking. And then once again, I had to be quiet. Yeah. So now they know how to penalize you on there, but they can't penalize them for taking your pay. Exactly. Exactly. That's crazy. That is crazy. That was with my Ebony Mixing page, the page that I'm still using now and stuff, the one that's hooked up to the one they thought was dead. I'm trying to get them the heads up because I see the flickering and all this. I'm trying to let them know that somebody is in my account ahead of time. Now, for the Butterfly Nation profile, I can't even report anything on that page because the whole page and profile has been taken, removed. Not one post, not nothing. When you get off of this phone with me, go to Facebook and type in Butterfly Nation. Nothing. So how can you report the Butterfly Nation? Good or bad? I said, Lord, I told you. No, I ain't told you nothing. But I mean, Lord, I was talking to you about healing my face and making my face brand new, like ain't nothing ever happened. Not my Facebook account brand new, like ain't nothing ever happened. You feel me? Swipe me right on out the way. I'm finna get this little turn going. I can get ready to go now, y'all, for real now. It's about time to head on to the church house. I love y'all. I want y'all to keep me in y'all prayers. Please keep me in y'all prayers. Please, please keep me in y'all prayers. I love y'all. I love y'all. And I love y'all. Now, y'all got to let me know what time schedule that y'all be on, too. Because we used to be a.m., remember? Now, let me know because, like we said, YouTube will keep the video on there and stuff. But TikTok, when I just hung up that live, that's it. That's over. That wasn't posted. Can't nobody else watch that. They can't comment on that. They can't share it. They can't do nothing. It's over. That was what I was saying about the TikTok, the difference in that. So, but y'all let me know what time be good for y'all. Well, morning, cause I ain't no early riser like that no more, y'all. God has given me rest. Yeah, I get to sleep till the sun come up. Now I love y'all. I want you to take the Lord with you, and the rest will follow. Hey, Miss Karen. Hey, Miss Karen. Hey, Miss Karen. Yeah, I hate that too. But yeah, evening for you. It's giving evening for me too. It's giving evening for me too. But I don't know what. I know what your evening is, Miss Karen. But the other ones, I don't know what they evening is. Oh, I'm finna eat that bubble gum. Look, it better not have fell on that floor. Better not have fell on that floor. Yeah. But I'm gonna get rid. Look, I can get on ready to go now. Look, I'm grabbing a fresh bottle of water so I can keep my my vocals in line because I'm gonna go sing. I feel like singing tonight. That's what Miss Season Shoes said. I feel like dancing tonight. All right. I love y'all now. All jokes aside. And thankful Thursday, testimonial Thursday. And we all got something we can be thankful about. And we all got a testimony where we thought we weren't going to make it through, but we made it anyway. Now, I love y'all. I'll see you later.